Welcome to another episode of Modern Black Man Podcast. I am incredibly blessed, fortunate with the opportunity to be joined by my co-host today, Miss Siren.
Not terrible behind podcasting and taking down my hair. But I'm excited to be here.
Man, this week we got something to talk about. I'm wanting you to tell me your perspective on this because I need to fall back because I think I have a lot to say. I might even have to take some notes. But what is your perspective of what we're going to begin this discussion with? A black Nazi, Kanye West becoming a black Nazi.
So all I can say is it's quite interesting that we're talking about this because I live in the South. And I was driving up the highway, but of course, me living in the South, I live in one of the more liberal cities. I was driving up the highway, and there is a billboard up that was put up by the Jewish community, and it says, "It's not an overreaction. How is it an overreaction? We're only 75 years ahead. I mean, we're only 75 years in the future from when they were doing the gas chambers." And it really hit me because I know everyone loves Kanye West, especially Black community, and everybody has been down for him. And he's a talented man, don't get me wrong, he's a genius artist. However, even though we can't be racist, we as a people can be hateful. And what he has been doing is hateful. And I cannot be mad at the Jewish people because, again, it's not about them being prejudiced. They are doing what anybody with power would do. Jewish people, yes, they have white privilege. So guess what? They use their white privilege to basically let Kanye know, like, yeah, we're not having it. And I don't blame them. Yeah, as a Black people, we just don't have the power to do that. But if we did, I would hope we would do the same damn thing to somebody, how we should have done Kanye West when he was saying that slavery was a choice shit.
You're making good points.
I know I would be considered a sheep, but again, it's nothing against Kanye West. My issue with Kanye West is I'm not making fun of him because he has mental health. I'm concerned about his mental health issues because the alt-right white people are going to use him as a puppet and throw him away just like they're doing right now. Because again, guess who got their money? The Jewish people. They ain't trying to. They don't care. They don't care neither or. They don't give a fuck about what he's saying. But guess what? They care about their damn money. So now that he's talking, now that he's saying, and plus no offense, like he is a neo-Nazi, and the Jewish people are not wrong in wanting to silence him because this is the same propaganda that Hitler did. And look at him expressing his love and everything for Hitler. Hitler is atrocious crimes. That would be the same thing if somebody was toting like Robert E. Lee or somebody like that. It's the same shit. So yeah, we need to hold Kanye West accountable. Just because he's Black does not give him a pass on stuff. And I'm tired of the Black community doing that because somebody's Black, because somebody is Black and has money and success, that the world is trying to bring them down. No, we're holding him accountable for shitty behavior. That's it. That's always the trend. I love my community, but we gotta stop doing that. Just because people have money and stuff does not mean they're giving anything to the community. He's not doing anything for the community right now except running his fucking mouth. Sorry.
You better not be sorry. Running his mouth, and I want to hear more about how you seeing this is damaging, because I told you I got a lot. I think I got almost a fully loaded clip. It's interesting to me.
It's damaging for the Black community because a lot of this new Black Israelite stuff, this Black Israelite stuff coming back up, a lot of that stuff, if you go back and read those books, and being somebody who was raised with a Hotep father who believes in this shit, a lot of that stuff is not true. It's not historically true. It's lies. So now we have a bunch of people who are listening to Kanye West, listening to this hateful rhetoric, and it's just tearing people apart. We don't need that. Like, I want the Black community to thrive and stuff like that, but we can't do that alone. We do need to partner with other people, and we need this. Like, I mean, it's making me mad too because it's, again, we want to be the oppressor so bad, but why? I don't really think that we're really thinking logically about wanting to be the oppressor. And that's exactly what this is. It's just like I said, he's obsessed with Hitler, so he's doing the same fucking tactic. He's doing the same. He's doing the same thing that Hitler did. That's why the Jewish people are not fucking with it, and I don't blame them because this is the same stuff. That Jewish propaganda. The Jews are doing this, and the Jews are doing that. No one is going to fact check this shit. Yeah, they very well might have all the damn power. They might have all the money, but guess what? That doesn't mean they're just sitting over here screwing Kanye West around. And Kanye West, he's so mad at Adidas. Why the hell did he walk his ass up in the Skechers begging for a damn deal? If he's so good on his own, if he got all like, I mean, I saying that's not saying he doesn't have money. I know he has money, but again, he knows he somewhere he knows when he comes down that he's fucking shit up low key, but he doesn't care. He's so full of himself and so in his little mania that yeah, he's saying whatever the fuck he wants.
My beautiful buddy, I want you to fuck this up. I want you to cover because you're covering a lot of great ground. I told you, I'm so. I'm not a. I see very clearly something here, and I love what you're saying. Um, I love all the things that you're saying because look at how many touch points you have. As I fall back and you educate me because you like you're painting the strokes. You're painting a beautiful picture of what the F is going on.
I mean, and it like even if as a black people, if we think about it, look at how people have demonized black people. Oh, they like for example, oh, the Jewish people, they have all the money and they do this and that. Oh, the black people, their welfare. It's the same shit. It's the same rhetoric. It's just flipped around. So that's what I'm saying. I really feel like, and I get it. We have been raised in this white capitalist society as a black people. This is the community. I mean, this is the life that
Judeo-Christian.
huh?
Judeo-Christian normatives prevail societally as long as we have Kanye.
And see, and it's so much with him. Like he is really deep into it. And that's what I'm saying. I don't understand why so many people are so hyped to take his back, but they're falling into the damaging rhetoric. That's what I'm saying. Like, look at what he's saying. I'm obsessed with Hitler. He reads the Bibles about Hitler. He's doing the same. He's doing the same thing. Now, do I think it's gonna go far because it's Kanye West? I mean, I don't know. It could. I mean,
No. I love what you're saying. Do you know that it's going to go too far? This is fucking trash.
I mean, people are believing
Donald
it.
Trump hasn't been attempted. You understand what I'm saying? Because he has followers. Who are the people that are following Kanye West? You made me do it. I'm listening to you.
I mean, I'm not gonna. I like to say I'm not sure because again, look at COVID and how people started attacking Asian people. So it's not hard for this stuff to take off and to take root in people and people to go along with it, and it's not true.
But he's smarter than the rest of us because he's tapping into the dumbest demographic.
Oh yeah, he that's what I'm saying. Kanye West. That's why I'm like, I don't want to hate on him too hard because he's a smart guy. Don't get me wrong, he's a genius.
What if Hitler turns out to be black? And you
Please.
notice he's also wearing a mask when he talks like this, when he's heightened. I'm gonna fall back again. I just wish we had like I don't know, like a smart guy, like a therapist or something, someone that knew a lot of things about psychology and could just point a finger at how fucking messy this is gonna be in 2 years if he gains some, I don't know, Aryans.
He could. I mean,
I want to farm white people. That would fuck. I hate
no,
Kanye.
I mean, but really think about it because I think about it to myself. I mean, even with myself, would I want to be the oppressor? No.
You wouldn't want to have stables and stables, thousands of blonde-headed white kids willing to off themselves in your name and your agenda. You black fuck because your narrative and your rhetoric is all about their nationalism, pride, whatever
Yeah.
ism you put on that side, and them ultimately win.
And that's what the people he's like. That's what I'm saying. The alt white. Yeah, that's like the alt white right that he's like basically preaching to. Basically, even though the black people are like now, even though black people like had their ears open, like yeah, we agree with him. He's preaching to the same fucking people who don't like you either. Like
because he's right.
That's why I'm like, I appreciate the Jewish people because this is the thing with the Jewish people. The Jewish people know the rest of the world doesn't fucking like them. So guess what? They went off, got their money, and went in their community, and that's why they do have. That's why I'm saying people were pissed at them for taking revenge on Kanye West. Why? If I had that privilege, you're damn right I would exercise it.
I'm gonna let the cats. There's so much to say on this. All right,
Go ahead, go ahead.
the white nationalist agenda is fucking solidified. If you haven't noticed, it's not about anti-Semitism. It's about the absence of a nationalistic presence. Donald Trump was adjacent to all of this, just like Alex Jones in these creepy interviews is adjacent to this whole agenda. They don't have a figurehead, okay? But now in 2022, because whatever we've done to betray Jesus, there could be a black figurehead of the white nationalist agenda, and he could be better at and more, productive for them and efficient for them than David Duke. I mean, who the fuck was their leader between David Duke and Donald Trump? Is what I really want to know, because I think we think all white people are the same evil. We paint the same corny fucking memes because we're not really acquainted with their agenda, their nationalism, their institutions, their power.
You know,
Their
I just thought about is Kanye West like Clayton Bigsby, Loki.
That's it. I mean, it's not difficult. And like I said, as far as when they do this shit on profilers in 5 or 10 years, when this movement becomes creepy again, they're going to talk about how he doesn't take this fucking mask off. Because I think that's the edge. And I think that, wow, I'm really going to have to go for it, guys. I think Kanye has been around white people so long and enough, and white people in power, that he knows that this will work. So if anything changes with this mask, expect this machine to dissemble, to fall, to crash. But as long as he remains in character, like, The Rock, can you smell what the fuck I'm saying? It's gonna sell. It's gonna do what it needs to do.
Oh
But
yeah.
as soon as he changes, breaks character, compromises this machine that could be quite dangerous, I'm gonna be shitting my pants like Rosenberg shitting his pants. I was so irritated with him. He's on social media and he sees it. I think he's still trying to be cute, but like that's what's fueling this. All the people personally that have betrayed Kanye West and his social OJ mind, he's going for them. And it's not Nicole on a dark night, you know what I mean, in a dark corridor, unknown. This is very public because we live in a social age. So that's what I'm anticipating, and I'm not going to be shy about it. I think there's going to be a very, I mean, maybe we already saw it. 1.5 billion is what he lost from all the fashion deals, and he just had a divorce settlement where he lost another billion if you add 20 years, because my dad didn't really come through with our shit. So that's $2 billion that we saw. Maybe that's the OJ death that I'm referring to, but it hasn't stopped. Remember when he said he was going to go on a 30-day fast? He was going to shut the fuck up for 30 days. I don't know if that's expired, but I just saw my nigga on the goddamn TV with Alex Jones, who lost $1 billion from talking too much shit. So now you put these two men together in less than 30 days, and they've lost billions of dollars for being bullshitters, and Alex Jones is recovering. Maybe if Kanye isn't a puppet to this white nationalist agenda, he might really be an operative head.
Well,
I hate talking about conspiracy theories, but it's very clear and apparent because black men don't have that power. But you see that in the secondary, Alex Jones assists Kanye as if he's the leader. Just like I've seen Herschel Walker with no credibility walk around protected. White privilege has evolved to protect those that protect it. And as soon as we can really understand, perceive, and proceed with this information, will we truly be protected? That's my piece for right now, because I think I'm very well acquainted, if it's not through code switching or socialization or oppression, that this is the machine. It's not a machine that you see in elite refuge. It's ever present. And I think that it's the winning system. We have to be careful. I think we can identify it or call it capitalism, but that's not what it was born as. Or I'm sorry, that's not what it has evolved to. That's what it was born as. Very scary times.
But it is a product of capitalism because again, when you look at what capitalism, because you can go back because everything is by design. That's what it's about. There is no sense of community anymore because everyone wants to be at the top. It's about me. It's about what
There you
I
go.
can. It's about what benefits me, and that's why I'm saying like that's why like for me like when people like oh you a sheep because you don't listen to what Kanye West is saying. You at right? I absolutely don't because guess what? Kanye West is in a different bracket of life as a black man than me. I still respect and love my black man, but I had him, Beyonce, Jay-Z, all of them. We sit in
Last week he was the richest nigga in America. This week
exactly.
he's a black Nazi.
Exactly. So yeah, no offense. Kanye
Crazy.
got money to do that. I don't have this. My behind, who is in the middle now, becoming lower class of people right now, does
But
not
it's
care. I
like
don't have the same issues that Kanye West. So
I
no, I
really
don't
wish
want
there
to.
was someone licensed that could follow me up, but it's almost like his disassociation has lent him to a psychological break where he's just
I
identifying
won't even,
his transracial self.
and I
Clinton Dix
won't even say it's
is what I
really a
think you
different
identified him as.
because all of them are like it's like when Jay-Z was on that Twitter room talking about how capitalism is a lie. They're
Look,
all associated with
Hove
that.
tells the truth.
Please. Please.
Dick ride. No, I mean it is what it is. These niggas have money. Like if Diddy said some wild shit like this, I would be so defensive. I would be like OD defensive. I would make this shit fucking normal.
But again, and
The
that's what I'm
fact that
saying. They're
Kanye
not
did
living the
lets
same
me know
experience as us.
power is a drug. Would you say, man? I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I was saying, and that's why I want like, yes, we can be fans of them, their creative projects and things like that. But we have to be very real here. No, they don't speak for us. They are not going through the same shit that me and you are going through.
No,
They're
no.
not going through. So yeah, no, it's easy for Jay-Z to say capitalism is this. He's not out here in this recession, this about to be recession because we're not in one yet, trying to figure out how to make ends meet. He's not going through that. But he's making money off the backs of all of us who are indeed right. Like we want to be capitalists like them. We want the power and the money like him.
Yeah. My dad died last week, man. My pops was like one of the wildest niggas of all time.
What?
And I will always love my father because in his lifetime, I remember being a little kid. I remember being fucking 8 years old, and I want to see Michael Jackson. I want to see the president, like anything, and he would make it. He would make it happen. He would make it happen. Uh, Sam Rothstein, I swear to God on my soul, not his name isn't Sam Rothstein. His name's like Frank or some shit. The guy that Sam Rothstein, that casino shit, that was my pops knew these dudes, right? So like institutional power and all this crazy stuff is it really tunes me into that. Is that if you make enough money, you can get in the club because I think that Kanye's kids, OJ's kids, Michael Jackson's kids, they know that money has aligned them with a set of beliefs and exposure to the benefits that come from this that is unparalleled. It's a life experience, a life of confirmation of opposition. It's almost like confirming fantasy. Yeah, I think that's it. If we want to put it on wax, they live a reality that confirms their fantasy, and this is what you get. Kanye West is talking about defiance, and because you and I certainly can't relate, I cannot relate to this shit. I
Exactly.
am offended to this shit. I feel it's toxic. I feel that it is, if contagious isn't the word, enduring probably is, because what he's saying is going to be dangerous not only to him, but to more people than him.
Oh yeah. Oh shoot, what happened?
Truly be delved in and observed. 1,000%. That needs to be delved in and observed. So I go on that tangent to just say that I've lived that lifestyle. I've been around these people, and I really think that Kanye is he's lost it. He was the richest black man in America at one point. And because he's made or begun a series of fumbles, I think we're about to see some shit.
Oh, we probably
OJ is his legacy. And I definitely don't want to see my man actually murder someone. I don't think he has it in him, but he made it.
there.
You really think this nigga's gonna get on Alex Jones talking that Nazi shit, acting like a Nazi, holding it down with Nazis, and someone is not going to have some sort of karma or reality in the United States of America? Can you hear me better now?
That's better.
Were you able to hear what I said?
I did not hear what you said. Like you're better now. It's not at full volume though.
Uh,
There you go. It was right there.
yeah. I was talking about how someone's gonna get in that ass. Kanye West is talking a lot of cash shit right now. He's offending a lot of groups. He's hurting a lot of people, but I hope I'm not the only one that sees that clearly he leads a movement, an organization, a group, an identity has been formed, and he might be flexing some power. How how did Donald Trump get elected the first time?
And Donald Trump is one who kind of followed the playbook of Hitler. If you look at it,
So the creepy shit that I'm throwing out there, Modern Black Man Podcast, December 1st, 2022. I'm saying there's probably 70 something million to 100 million Americans that identify with Kanye West. And this silent majority are the motherfuckers that are making life horrible for everyone else. So if you aren't awake, that's cool. That's cool. I'm just saying that you need to read between the lines and you need to understand that this is how, personally, I don't feel, but maybe this is the way that we all feel, is how your boss and the police officers and the teachers and the politicians feel. I'm going to shut the fuck up now.
that it. I mean, hey, that's what I'm saying. And I mean, it's just surprising to me that somebody could sit on a platform and say that, well, I love the Jews, but I also love the Nazis. These are
No, no,
people,
no, no, no. He said, I love Jewish people, but I love Nazis.
yeah, like I mean, like
There's no competition. There's no competition, no differentiation. Not I love Nazis because they're people, but I love Nazis because they're my people. Like I
well,
love Jews because they're people, but I love Nazis because they're my people. Is what Kanye said. And that's cool. I'm not gonna be mad at this shit. He clearly stated that all people have a right. Okay, I heard that, Kanye, but then you said that there's nothing wrong with Hitler. Like we were talking about the third member of fucking Jodeci. I didn't like it. I didn't like it, but I understood it. And I have an uncle that's an alcoholic as well. We're going to protect the people that have protected us, the people that we admire, the people that we respect. My nigga then told you he respects Nazis. And I have to respect that because yep. College dropout meant a lot to me. College dropout meant a lot to me. Uh, Mel Gibson, I could tell him to go eat a cold dick with a spoon, right? Kanye, nigga, you got me. You got me. Uh, is it drugs? Mm.
For Kanye West, it's a
Is it
lack of.
money? Is it women? Is it weed? I'm just saying, this nigga got me. He got me.
I'm happy he finally said it though, that he's a Nazi sympathizer, so people can stop sitting here like, oh, he's not being hateful, he's just speaking the truth. No, this man has finally admitted he does not like Jewish people, indeed, because yeah, he's sympathizing with people who are okay with the genocide that was committed to them. I mean, upon them. He's okay with it. That's what I'm saying. How can you? How Hitler did not invent the microphone, Kanye. Hitler didn't invent all this stuff you're saying. Hitler
Look,
did though.
I'm sorry. I really didn't mean to cut you off. But I'm gonna say this, Kanye. This is why I have issues with people being stupid. When people are dumb, they're alarmed by things that people say that they can't deny, and then people try to deny the things that people say because they can't accept them as true. Kanye knows what the fuck he's saying. He said that shit so little Nazis could be happy, and that is the crux of why this is so toxic. That is seminal in this and why it is toxic. But I'm gonna leave all that alone because this speaks to a deeper issue. Kanye knows how to manipulate people. That's
I
it.
was just gonna say, do you not think that we're about to see think pieces all week about why it's okay what he said?
Yeah. And they're gonna be right because Black people are confused about where they are in America because they don't identify with who they are in the world, which is a perfect segue to the next part of our segment here, identity. We have to identify, everyone, any person on earth has to identify either first as human or as something. And Kanye is telling you that, fuck, I've never done that much cocaine or had that much money. He identifies as a Nazi, nigga? Come on now. Like we was fucking the same bald head bitches 6 years ago, but now, nigga, you think you're a Nazi?
This is
Come
the
on,
same.
dude.
Listen, this is the same Kanye West who told you guys that after he was with Amber Rose, he had to take 20 showers to be with Kim K. I don't know why y'all trust this man.
I might need a white girl. I've never nope, I've never secured the bag. I'm not listen, I'm scared of white women. I have some issues. I think that their titties look like kidneys. And
I'm
I
not
just
gonna
have
deal with
issues.
you.
I have these issues. But identity is what I want to talk about. And I have some hilarious shit to say just because I am who I am. Um, what's your father's name, Siren? Random
My
question.
father?
What?
My father?
Yes.
His name is Jeffrey.
Okay. Um, well, it's interesting because I told you my dad died last week,
Yeah.
and he's passed away. So now all these truths and things are coming to the surface, and I really have to give my personality and my person credit because as a human on earth, I've faced particular adversity in my life, and there's vindication and validation and victories that come with life. And I think that you have to always use your wins for others. I
Mhm.
think that everything that happens for self, um, like I don't think selfishness is a bad thing. I think you have to be selfish so you can give people something. And my fuel is just kind of always proved me some legitimacy. And with that, and with these experiences, I think I'm able to really read and understand people. That's why you're so special to me. You're just you're a very unique person. You have an incredible mind, a genuine perspective, so many great like non-physical things, right? As well. Um, but I'm thankful for you because you helped me kind of lean in on some of these things. Like I just said, I know what I'm talking about. I mean, I know it from this level, from an academic level, and I am so concerned about where we are because it was not that long ago, to continue with identity, in America where we acknowledge that Black lives matter.
Hmm.
Now we are a couple of summers later, a couple of albums greater, and somehow it is exposed that our legitimacy doesn't come from our community, which I don't think we really can lean into and identify as Black people. I don't think Black people are really cognizant that we're 13% of the population.
We'll
If
be
you
more.
can, you said what now?
We'll be more soon.
Well,
Well, there's I know there's a low production of baby making, but
for everyone,
for
uh,
everyone, yeah.
but it's always been us, and for the last 40 years, we've actually gone down. I speak about it a lot on the Modern Black Man podcast about how Black men, single Black men, educated single Black men, don't have kids. They don't make babies. So male reproduction in the Black community is incredibly successful. I think some people in the camp of Kanye would fail to acknowledge mm,
Hmm.
sterility, making Black men sterile, because we care about our babies and our children, might be a game changer, especially for generations. Because, like I said, I grew up in a generation where men fathered several children, you know,
Yes.
uh, and it wasn't the same attachment, like me. I got cousins, I'm finding out my brothers and shit. So, like,
Oh, well,
it's,
that
it,
escalated fast.
like, you're right, that escalated fast. Like
That
I
escalated
said, like,
very quickly. I'm like, wait, what?
I have a real fucking life, and I don't like to, like, I get offended because throughout my life I've had to maybe disassociate like Kanye, but I can't lean into the white concepts. I have to lean into the concepts of independence because I've always been an independent Black man. I've always been that at-risk kid. So, um, I see where it's landed us because Black women have followed suit, and they are the most educated group on earth as we lean into the deepest level of identity. I think that these created, trended, and curated identities have led us to new destinies.
Hmm.
Um, what do you think about that?
I agree with you. I agree. I mean, times are changing, and it's not
Yeah.
necessarily a bad. That's like it's not necessarily a bad thing. Like, yeah,
No.
baby production is down, but I mean, also think about it too. The economy we're in the world we're in right now, people aren't really trying to rush to have kids right now, which I can
Well, the only
understand.
people that are winning are the people that have like teenage mothers are the only winners because you really get it out of the way, and then it's an incredible struggle. But once you overcome, right? Once you see it to that next level, there's so much. It's unfair. It's like steroids. It's like social steroids.
Hey, you know, I know. I had my daughter at 18, so
I mean, that's adult, right? But it's still young, right?
oh yeah,
Um,
I was still. I mean, I wasn't prepared, but I mean, you know, by the grace of God, like I've had a great team behind me, and I mean, yeah, even now today, like we still have, you know, there's still things about being a single parent, but I mean, I'm blessed that I was able to go to college.
women, people, everyone can acknowledge wisdom. College isn't the only place to get it, but it's the only place that you can legitimize it because
Yeah,
we put social pressure to have this credential. Like, I love the I love how people have to transcend everything now because everyone kind of has this I don't want to say entitlement, help me find a better word. We have this classist elitist advantage. Everybody has an elitist attachment, right?
mhm.
Everybody has something that gives them a little bit more self-esteem, fucking being a drug dealer is a elitist attachment if you
That's true.
aren't being real with yourself. So I don't know. I think that's just America, and I don't know how hard I can root for how excited I am to have these new identities in America. Like now, niggas can be Nazis. I want to get billions of dollars so I can identify with that gang. But right now, I'm a bang crip. No, listen, I'm saying that it is elitism. I really believe that. And I think that once you have this money and you're truly bought into the American experiment, you can say crazy shit like this. I believe that.
It, and it's hard because I'm like, of course I have to respect his opinion,
Sure. You're a very respectful person.
but at the same token, it's very. I mean, it's just uncomfortable to see that this is where we are.
I think he's just manipulating dumb people because he knows, like, I think you said it, reaction. Like we agreed. You know he knows how to manipulate people. He can't really feel like this, but he's on one right now because he's mad at the 6 Jewish friends he thought he had that sold him out. He thinks he's probably thinks he's some kind of Jesus figure. But we're like, yo, Kanye, you need to chill, and we're desperate for him to realize and acknowledge that what he's saying is hurtful. And I think that's where we're losing this right now.
And you know what? You got that, and that's why I've tuned out. Like, I mean, of course, from you, I found out about the Alex Jones interview, but I've had to like learn how to tune out. Me and my partner were just talking about like just tuning out of conversations because it just becomes too much. Like I like the internet. I want to sit there and enjoy my memes and be in the communities that acknowledge me and I acknowledge them. I do not have time to sit and argue and entertain Kanye West anymore because it's just too stressful. Like it's just too much and like I'm so tired of just seeing so much hatred in the world. I'm tired of seeing we're egging on a man who literally just said that he sympathizes with people who want to see the genocide of a community. We're sympathizing with people who say that people should be killed because they're queer, because they're trans. Like I'm tired of seeing it. Like where is the freaking line? Where's the humanity? Oh, I can't hear you.
How do you gain confidence from this?
Confidence in the world.
Confidence overall, yeah. Hey Alexa, define confidence.
I don't have any
Confidence can be
confidence in
defined
my
as
country.
full trust, belief in the powers, trustworthiness, or reliability of a person or thing.
Yep.
For more, ask me to give you more definitions for confidence.
Nope.
Nope.
Um, that's what I mean. That's exactly what I mean. How do you trust the world and beliefs and after this BS? Because you know he's not. That's a great question. How do you believe again?
For me, like I said, it's really just starting to tune out of so much. There's so I've gotten to a point where even though I like to commentate on stuff, I have had to realize that it's like doom scrolling. Like I said, I see so much hatred nowadays, and I'm so tired of consuming that because it becomes heavy on you. And that's why I say it for me, I can empathize with, yeah, like we can switch Nazi sympathizer with Confederate sympathizer, with a slavery sympathizer, with a race. Because I'm sure if Kanye West is saying that, oh, well, I love everyone because they're humans, then he loves racists. So,
I think he does, and I'm scared for the kids, and I think that's what this is gonna pivot to at one point, because he's about to do something different, especially if you keep taking his money. Why not? He's becoming a comic book character. Uh,
I like that, a comic book character. He's
he
becoming.
is though. Nick Granazzi is who he's becoming. He's becoming an Italian disassociative comic book anti-villain. He's the black Nazi who is going to save us all, right? Because there's going to be people that are clearly white nationalists that are going to come to his defense or his
Oh,
aid, and they're going to say, well, he's right, that's true.
A bunch of
Or
black
there's
people
going to
are
be
going to
people
come
that
to
want
his
to,
defense too.
and then the Jews, right? People that want to persecute Jewish people are going to continue to persecute Jewish people. And then at one point, we're going to look at some arguments. And because I think most decent people are against anti Semitism. But we don't
Yeah.
really know what anti-Semitism is. So anytime someone says anything that's a critique or disparaging towards protected populations, not just the Jewish population, specifically the Jewish population, we overreact. And we don't acknowledge the Jewish population as the black population because somehow they have become two different populations. So when traditional Jewish people identify traditionally as Jewish, we don't see them as traditionally Jewish. It's racism peeping its head out. And I think that a black Nazi is the appropriate solution, but I don't think this character or this incarnation of this black Nazi is going to serve his community or
Oh, he
agenda.
is, because again, now all because of what happened on Drink Champs, and no offense to Kyrie Irving, because I'm not mad at him. I mean, you can watch it
Yeah,
damn, you can watch whatever the hell you want.
it's
But
still on Amazon. We can all watch it. Hmm.
yeah, but between that, again, now you have all these, because my one of my friends just sent me a video about, now that we know that we're the true Jewish people, now what? And I told my friend, like, can we, like, I had to tell my friend, I was like, don't send me this shit. Don't, because
I'm
again,
stop. You gonna make me laugh.
my question still stands to black people who believe this hoorah. So okay, so what? We now have proof that we are the true Israelites. Do you think that these white people give a fuck about
Thank
that?
you. Thank you.
Do you think anything is gonna change except now we're gonna walk around? We we was kings and queens. Ain't shit changing. Kanye
Man.
West, that's what I said. Kanye West is flapping his lips. He has done nothing to help you. These
It's a
billionaires, these billionaires want to help somebody, give up the money that you're never going to spend in a lifetime. How
there you
about
go.
do something like that?
The pledge, yeah. And that's what we're left with is that no one is truly accountable and we don't have community.
Nope.
Nothing new. So we're going to have to form a new identity so we can have confidence because black Nazis are real. Uh, I choose not to identify because I am black and Jewish. I have a Jewish last name. And I went to like I just don't understand how people don't have sense anymore. People don't realize that we don't have to go back to our original tribe. We don't have to go back to Egypt or the three tribes or the Moses. We can live in 2022 and we can be amongst everyone else without trying to
Trying
have
to
this
be the
homogeneous
oppressor.
Judaism. That's what I think. I think that's where we're failing. We try to have this homogenic Judaism where it's European and it's historical. The, oh my gosh!
We
If you
sound
want
like
to call them
we held in
Ashkenazi
slavery.
Jews in Indiana or Zab Judah in New York, or we have so many tribes. It's just that it's not a homogeneous, just like Catholicism and Christianity. They're not a homogeneous sect. They're like that is religion as at large. If it's Buddhism, if no matter what, there's going to be some nuance. And when we try to force it into a temporary, or I'm sorry, contemporary homogeneous products, we miss it every time. That's it.
Like I said, what are we gonna do with this new information? The black people are now the true Israelites. So then what? That, I mean, like, it's not doing, like, I'm like, people are running with this like, wow, it's gonna just change our world. It's not.
They're not letting us in the tribe, into their tribe. because again, like I just said, these people have worked hard for generations. You know who I was really wanting to say something was Billy Crystal. I think
Mm,
Billy Crystal would have been a great person to contribute. I think Sammy Davis Jr., his family, they're Puerto Rican, right? Like
mm.
I think that Whoopi Goldberg is like there's so many people that are originally in the tribe and traditionally in the tribe, contemporarily in the tribe that can say something where we can diffuse this. But because that hasn't happened, it hasn't been diffused.
Do you think it will be? Do you think any of them will speak up?
I told you, like this is a cautionary tale, guys. I don't want death on anyone. I don't want blood on anyone's hands, but everyone is stupid now. Something dumb is going to happen, and I think there's going to be some blood. I hope it's not. I hope it's no one, but something ridiculous is going to happen. And if it doesn't rely on a charge against a celebrity, it will be real consequences against citizens. Full confidence. December the 1st, 2022, I'm telling you that there's going to be violence by the end of this year and 23 because of all this dumb stuff that we're indulging. Facts.
Hey, I don't disagree with you there. I think that you are speaking I mean, look what we see every day. That's what I'm saying. Like, look at all these hate crimes. Look at what just happened at Walmart. Look at what happened with the foot. I mean, it's all like I said. The world is just full of hate. There is no sense of community because everyone wants to be in power.
I'm not going to even be funny, but I have to say this. I have professors, people in academia, and I was very well acquainted with January 6th. I was in DC at the time.
Mm.
People knew about that before. Every professor that I had talked to for I want to say the holiday season, most definitely. But even towards the end, that probably happened in September. White people, uh, it was real. I mean, it was real. They knew, like they knew, and it was. I think it was very deeply plotted, but we'll never know because it's a real power structure. So this is a cautionary tale. I hope that anyone listening to this really digest the information and processes this and uses this in their life to diffuse this BS that's coming about from anti-Semitism and horribly disconnected lines of attack that are trying to take down predominantly black millionaires, possibly billionaires. We need to wake up and we need to really respect people, respect each other, respect ourselves, and things will be better for ourselves, for others, for our country. And I think that's what matters the most.
I couldn't have said it better.
Anything you want to shout out before we break? We hit
Um,
all three.
just I'm gonna say, just follow me. You can follow me on IG at siren713 underscore. I'm actually working on a new collaboration project for a um well for a radio show. So
Nice.
yeah. So I'll be posting that soon on my Instagram. So if you have a business you want to promote, or if you're an artist and you want your music played, hit me up.
You're in a pretty dope market, aren't you? You're in a sexy market.
This like, oh yeah, yeah, somewhat. I'm like I've
Yeah.
been busy trying to juggle so many hats, but yeah. So I mean, click my
Mhm.
link tree and you'll see.
Definitely good opportunity if you have a business that you want to include Siren on. She has an incredible reach, incredible fans, and like I said, incredible spirit. The conversation we've had today has been great. I'm excited for us to get back together because I really hope this is the end, but I said that the last three events because Skechers, we haven't said anything about that. Adidas, we haven't said anything about that. The initial interview that started it all cost them 1.5. There really hasn't been a reckoning. Like it hasn't been like a court. Like nothing has really happened with that. So I'm scared because What if Kanye has billions and gets doubles his riches? What if he goes from 1.5 to 200 million to $3 billion in the next year because of all the things that I'm pointing out right now? Because that's how America works. And unfortunately, some people say it's selling your soul, but I think it's him utilizing his talents and the intrigue of people on our planet right now because they're interested. This is what he's selling them. I've noticed that this mask has. I think it's going to stay. You tell me. Maybe we'll count that down for the next show.
We'll see. I'm sure something will happen in the in between time. So I'll keep my eyes
Sensing,
peeled.
I'm sensing it's coming. Something disparaging is going to come. I appreciate you so much for making the time. Hopefully, anytime you want to get together, I'm for it. Y'all already know where to find me. I'm really excited for this season of the vlog. We're gonna make some more content. We're gonna make some better content. We're gonna have some new locations. I'm really excited for that. So keep banging till the next episode. Peace.
Peace.